All right, we are live, everybody. This wonderful November 19th, 2025. I'm joined tonight by Gavin. Gavin, how are you doing tonight?
Feeling pretty good, honestly, right now. And I gotta say, it's been, kind of glad to kind of see the little bit of the sunshine, but I do not want to count basically the chickens before they hatch right now. That's how good I'm feeling right now.
Sure. I understand that with it being us reaching like I think penultimate is the word, game of the season before we reach LSU. We first gotta go tiger hunting for part one and face off against Missouri here this weekend. So before we get started, though, I think a lot of people will see in the chat that I posted a big paragraph. So for those of y'all that don't know, uh, as a side hobby, I always work with charities like non-football weekends. And recently, I've been partnered with a lot of individuals to raise money for Extra Life. And this year, especially, we're trying to make a final push to raise funds because it's been tough this year for everybody. So each year it does reset. So my goal is to try to get as much this year and then really go very much gung ho at it starting January 1st. But if you have an extra dollar, $2, $10, guys, feel free. The link is in the chat to
$1 million.
donate to Extra Life. $1 million would be fantastic and help out a lot of kids. Again, all this is for kids, guys. This goes straight to the Children's Miracle Network in Oklahoma, since that's where I'm located out of. All funds are directly when you donate. It literally goes straight to them already. They're already aware of when people donate. They get pinged for it, and it helps out like parents trying to stay overnight, kids trying to get treatments. So again, $1, $2, $10, any amount helps, guys. We're already at $55, and I want to push as much as we can, try to before the end of the year. So again, if you have enough, I would appreciate it. So again, guys, Sean, thanks for joining as well. How are you doing? We are officially 3 days off from us reaching like the second to last game of the weekend. We got the injury report up, the college football playoff rankings were released last night, and we got some recruiting news from it. So how are you feeling right now from Sunday? Alabama games behind us to right now. Do you feel better about with the injury report being released? Better about the running back situation, for example?
I mean, if we take the availability report at its word, it's one of the better ones we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
You're not wrong at all.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I expect our Mason Thomas to be questionable. If he wasn't questionable, I'd be like, whoa, that was a quick heel for any pulled muscle, let alone a quad. Gentry's banged up, which is, forever his curse to bear. He has to be hurt. And Javonte Barnes is questionable, which is it's laughable that he's on the availability report at all. But
Exactly.
He gone. So, Taylor Tatum is not on it.
You notice that too.
Take that for what it's worth. I'm not telling anyone Taylor Tatum is going to be a superstar on Saturday. I just need warm bodies at the running back position that got a scholarship at one time.
Sure.
That's what I'm concerned about. With that being said, X-Rob and Torrey Blaylock are also not on the list. Now, Torrey Blaylock has not been on the list, period, for the past couple of weeks, but has been very limited or very ineffective. So take that with a grain of salt. Doesn't mean they're all good to go.
Correct.
They're playing through stuff. Like my thing with Xavier Robinson is the only thing I know, and I'm sure someone this week is going to dig into the people who I know a guy who knows a guy at practice.
So you know that guy at practice who knows the guy.
Yeah, everyone does. So is X-Rob's knee deal, I know Stoya said it was a sprain. If it was just a bruise, maybe, and it's just, this really hurts at the moment. I'm not going to be very effective the rest of the game.
Right.
If the dude needs like a couple days for that to ice it down and make it go away, great. Still, it's just good not to see him on it, but
yeah,
I'm still nervous about that room, regardless, because that's been the conversation. Like people who pay attention to Oklahoma have been talking about it. When the national people are patting us on the back and telling us what a great job we did. And listen, I'm not saying that's not a good thing, because it's recruiting is potentially surging. We just have a commitment date right now for the I guess no longer committed running back at Penn State, Mr. Mickens. He will be committing on December 3rd between us. If I could find it here, where to go here? Yes, I'm a 4-star running back beside Mickens is down to Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Indiana. So,
but it's what you said. He outright said he is not committing to Penn State.
He's Penn State, and the other receiver we're gonna flip is was I believe Wisconsin. So
the other one's a Wisconsin guy. Yeah.
So Penn State's not even in the running here. So the fact that we've been fonged a couple weeks out is a great sign. And it's listen, is this current recruiting class for 26 going to be super special on paper? No, but it's going to be like top 15, and at this point, that's really I'm fine with that. 2027 is going to be possibly amazing. Yeah. So for all you Brent Venables haters out there, if he wins these last 2 games and goes to the playoff, and
he's sticking around.
Well, let's say he messes around and like wins a game or 2 in the playoff. I mean, I'm being very, very generous when I say that right now, because who knows who you're matched up with, when, why, how, whatever. It sets the stage for a very, very nice 2026 football season.
Correct.
Because we haven't even touched the portal yet. I don't know who's in the portal. I don't know how many guys you go get in the portal, but I have no problem tampering with Colin Simmons. Pro, you want to get the hell out of there? If your coach is leaving for the Tennessee, why don't you come on over here? I'm
unaware of Colin Simmons. That's actually
the stud D end at Texas.
Not off the top of my head. I have to Google it, to be honest.
What?
Let me see. Colin Simmons.
What? I must be. Never mind.
Oh man, I am really. I'm kind of at a loss.
Or am I an idiot?
Okay, let's see.
Hang on. Hang on. I think maybe I messed up. I'm an idiot.
Colin Simmons. It says Texas.
Yeah. Okay. So what did I screw up? Because you guys are acting like I'm an idiot. No, I am right. It is Colin Simmons. I thought I was taking crazy pills. You guys don't know Colin Simmons?
Off the top of my head, no.
You guys looked at me like I had steaming turds hanging out of my mouth. I'm like, wait, because I take meds every day. So I was like, wait, did I screw up his name? Because I've done that before. It's like, let me double check. No, Colin Simmons. He's like a stud D end in Texas.
I don't know Colin Simmons solely because like I'm unaware of like
it's like him and Ant Hill. Him and Ant Hill are like the dudes on that front 7.
Yeah, I mean, I knew who Ant Hill was and everything else. And too, Colin Simmons was like, yeah. So that was just slipped in my head. That just slipped in my head. Honestly,
maybe it's not coming to me, but the Colin Simmons things would be brand new news.
Yeah. No, it's not news. I'm just saying tamper with him and get him to leave, like because like it worked in my dynasty. He went to the portal. I added him to my roster, and he's pretty good.
Sure. I mean, what I was thinking mostly was with if you're trying to get stability, it does look good for recruiting because like that.
You gotta replace our Mason Thomas. I mean, Taylor Wine might be there, but I'm just saying, you want to have that depth. Yeah.
I'm thinking more along the lines of that. When you look at all the coaching vacancies and everything, and for that running back, for example, who knows if Lane Kiffin's actually going to be there? It may be down to just us in Indiana, and I don't expect.
Wait, what does Lane Kiffin have to do with anything?
Just talking about maybe going to Florida or LSU, basically.
How do we get to Wait, how do we get to Lane Kiffin?
Because that running back, the running back.
Dude, he got fonged. He coming here.
Okay.
He got fonged. He coming here.
I'm sorry. I thought the Fong you meant was
No. He ain't going to Ole Miss or Indiana. He coming here. This is a good day for those two got fonged here for a reason. Like beating Bama on national TV does wonders for potential flips. So that's what's happening right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiffin won't even commit to an extension at Ole Miss right now. So
he's gone. I mean, let's just be honest. He's unless they're going to throw a bag of money at him that they don't want to. I think he's gone.
I don't think it matters. I think Kiffin's I think Kiffin realizes there's a ceiling at Ole Miss, even despite what his record is.
Yeah, and it's basically they're wanting an answer before this weekend or something too. It's kind of from all the reports I've been seeing and everything.
Because of the winter transfer portal, the full transfer portal. They want to get him in before that's passed.
Look, I know Louisiana has a terrible governor that's interfering in their shit, and Florida too has a terrible governor, but at least he's not interfering. Well, he interferes on the academic side of what you can and can't teach kids, allegedly, because he's a Nazi. But the point of the matter is he's not interfering in University of Florida athletics. So
correct.
And plus he's a lame duck governor here anyway, and maybe we'll get a crazy person in charge. He's one of those asshole Navy officers that thinks he's special. So
yeah,
I knew, I was in the Navy, but I was in the Army. I knew that type of officer. There's that type of officer who thinks they're smarter than everyone else. That type of asshole. He's that type of asshole. So anyway, Kiffin to Florida, and who knows? And hey, we play Florida next year, so for what it's worth.
Yeah. Here's my question for you: to circle back around to the injury report. Do you think that Tatum, for example, is not listed on there because we're hitting break glass in case of emergency? We'd rather him even banged up not be on the list and be ready to go versus being listed and then out.
We trust you over Jaden Ott. I don't know. I think the plan is we're gonna play X Robin Torrey if we can, but it's not like you could throw Andy Bass out there. That dude's hurt. So everyone in the room is either hurt, banged up, or just completely useless, and that would fall into the category of Jaden Ott, unfortunately. And Javonte Barnes is going to enter the portal and go play somewhere for one more year, and it's not going to be here. So,
do we have not confirmation, but are we pretty confident he's sitting out the rest of the year, or are we saving him for playoff if OU makes
there? I mean. The thing is, he wouldn't play in the playoff because he's got to get in the portal and go somewhere.
That's right. I didn't think about that. I was thinking eligibility.
Yeah.
There is no more portal post spring or anything. So it's not like he can all right, you save my red shirt. If you make the playoff, I'll be there. No, it's not that situation. He's done. So unless he has a come to Jesus moment where he just doesn't want to play football ever again, because that's kind of where he's at. I guess OU, if they're desperate, could throw a check at him or something, if it's legal or not. But it's not like Javonte Barnes is a game changer for your football team. What we're concerned about is just having healthy backs to get through the end of the season, hopefully win these games, and then your two main backs will be healthy in time for a home playoff game against whomever. So that's kind of where you're at right now. Now, on the same availability report, it looks like any talk of a Missouri starting quarterback is not off to a great start. Pregame is doubtful, and I think Drinkwitz kind of came out and said it this week anyways. He was warming up last week, and that's part of his rehab, this and that, and I don't think he's going to play. So Zollers is going to be their guy more than likely, 90%, and Hardy is going to be the guy you're going to have to focus in on. Hardy's a guy that's going to get the ball 25, maybe even 30 times, but there's always that risk he's going to bust one or maybe one or two runs, and it's going to be the difference for Missouri in staying in the game. So this week is about John Mateer taking another step of being good and just doing what he needs to do, making key throws.
And don't play hero ball. Do not play hero ball.
Well, I don't mind you playing hero ball if it calls for it and you can execute it. You just don't do it all the time. Apparently Keontae Lewis got in for one play against Alabama and he was wide open and he missed him. So what a shock there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I expect tier 2 be running this Saturday. I mean, you're gonna have to have packages for him. I know you don't want him running. You're gonna have to.
I mean, he ran on this past Saturday and for a 20-yard TD run. So we know he's capable of doing it, but I just like there's this idea is like, well, you can't keep forcing 3 turnovers every game. Why not? It's been working great so far. Once you start doing it, once you pop, you just can't stop.
Yeah.
You can't just
have points.
Yeah.
And have points with them.
Especially when one of them's a pick 6. So
yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean he can't scheme up an 87-yard pick 6 every game? It seems to be working. Yeah. Or a scoop and score that's like 70 yards. Come on, guys. The plan is working. Why ruin a perfect plan? But in all seriousness, it's the only ranked matchup in the SEC and it's a noon kick.
Which is and you know what I found funny from that, which my own side issues for a moment for that, but I do find it funny this stuff's set in stone, guys. We can't change this, and lo and behold, I believe
I actually like that, but you don't. There's no way to know if the OU Missouri game is going to have that level of importance. And now, granted, it's kind of one-sided importance,
correct?
And it's in our favor of all, believe it or not, which is nobody saw coming outside of crazy people like me, but.
Nobody saw it but me. I mean, I want to give myself credit. I'm very smart.
Motherfucker, I said it's to be 10-2 at the beginning of the year. So you're goddamn right. I'm patting myself on the back right now. So I got video goddamn evidence. So, but I mean, Florida, Tennessee, like Fowler and Herbstreit are doing Florida, Tennessee, I guess. And I guess Tennessee is kind of sort of, I don't know, like it's a helmet game that people remember that was a big game 20 years ago, longer than that. Geez, my PC is roaring tonight.
But it doesn't mean anything outside of helping our schedule for if Tennessee wins, staying ranked. That's all it's there for.
I mean, it is what it is, but I'm just I'm at the point I'm just at the point right now where I don't care how ugly the game is. I don't care if it's not pretty. I just want to win.
Well, just like last weekend.
Well, I mean, you're on the road at Bama. No one's going to give you crap for beating Alabama by 2 points. You beat Alabama in
Tuscaloosa.
In Tuscaloosa, where no one's done it lately. Where no one has done it even lately, and you defeated the black hoodie, good luck charm because Brent's been wearing his own black hoodies as of late at press conferences. If you paid attention to that,
you're correct.
Like he's been wearing it this week. He's worn it a couple weeks ago. He's all about the black hoodies with the OU logo on. He's all for it.
Which is ironic because he did wear I think the black hoodie and stuff for black t-shirt.
We are wearing the Unity uniforms, which the fan base loves. The fan base loves those uniforms. Okay. I'm telling you, the most popular uniforms of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't like
saying that very tongue in cheek.
No, I'm not. I'm wrong. So, I want all people who hated the Rough Rider uniforms to apologize because those were awesome and I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Those took time, but those grew on me because I thought Baker looked good in them. Samaje Perine looked good in them.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away with that. The only time I would only find those unities acceptable is like if they were only night game, basically. I would be fine with a night game. If you have it in the afternoon or anything, I cannot get behind it or with it whatsoever. I just can't. It's just like it's like why even on that? And look, I know they can play in the conditions and all that. Fine, whatever the case. But it's just like it makes it look better when it's on a night game than it is, during an 11 a.m. kick.
Well, they got to wear them sometime this year. And do you want to wear them against LSU? I don't think so.
I mean, I
No,
would.
they wouldn't. People would lose their minds if they wore them against LSU.
You're gonna wear these uniforms against the team you have least respect for on your schedule, Missouri.
Correct.
I mean,
that's saying something. Well, it's what you've always said, Sean. People from Missouri aren't people.
No. This is my quote. Missouri fans think they're people. We got to put a stop to that shit.
See, you got it.
That's my quote. Don't misquote me on that. It's very specific. There are people from Missouri that are not Missouri fans. Got to be very specific on this.
Sure. I guess for me with the Unities, I don't really care because we've known that they're going to wear the Unity uniform since September. I don't know why everybody's surprised by this. We've known about this.
I think it's not the surprise. I think it's just like we're doing it, I think, against Missouri. I think that's been, the biggest part of it. But
God, I hope we win by 50 the way we're breaking down this uniform choice here.
I hope we do, too. I hope we score over 30. That's my hope. Can I get 30 points? Can we please get a touchdown? Can I please have a touchdown? That's all I want. That's all I need. But I mean, no, we haven't won Biggie. We haven't won alternate uniforms at all this year. This will be the first time.
We wore them.
No, I'm wrong. I'm absolutely wrong. You're right.
We wore the throwbacks against Kent State.
Correct. That was the one that people weren't sure that we were going to wear this year. They thought that was a one-off last year, and I'm incorrect. That was against Kent State, and that was we were going to wear those. That was part of the rotation.
People love those uniforms, but my only issue with them is that when you're wearing throwback Bud Wilkinson era uniforms with modern football equipment, it just doesn't look right. And I'm not saying they should wear 1950s football equipment. That's not what I'm saying. It's just it was made for that era. You know what I mean?
Correct. It's like I mean that's why yeah.
I mean, if you look at football helmets and uniforms like from 20, 30 years ago, are there subtle differences? Yeah, but like if you squint, you're not like, oh, that's totally different. We're not looking at a Stone Age era of football. So it's just like, I mean, I don't like looking like Red Penn State.
They all look similar.
And look, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. People get mad at me because I say I don't like certain things. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. I got bold and said I think the Red November thing is stupid, but everyone's like, oh, you
got dogpiled on for it too.
I don't give a fuck.
But I agree with you. Like, guys, it's exactly what you said.
I'm getting, you know what? Guess what? I'm getting 80% from the VA now, and I don't give a fuck as much anymore. I'm about to get 100 the way things are going. So my give a fuck meter is about to go out the window very soon. The old Onikuno making a comeback from like 10 years ago. Watch out, bitches. Watch out. I'm gonna have some opinions you're not gonna like. When I don't have to please anybody anymore, you better watch out.
I see we're entering our Brock Lesnar I hate everybody era. That's my favorite era. But no, I mean I agree with you because I think it's forced. I think Red in October was something because it came out of nowhere. This one, it's forced.
It was it was
not organic.
Grimlock got pissy at me because I said, "Really, Onikuno?" I was like, "What?"
Grimlock gets pissy at everybody.
It's like, "What? We're not allowed to have fun?" It's like, "You can have all the fun you want." I just think it's stupid. Like, I got news for Grimlock. There's a lot of things he does I think are stupid. Like, I don't say it all the time. And listen, there's a lot of things I do that people think are lame and stupid too. And like, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I do me. I'm a corny white dude who likes corny things and is a nerdy guy with a little bit of a jock hybrid going here. So by all means, now I do agree that Many Men would be an awesome fourth quarter song.
I heard that and I laughed. I was like, go ahead.
I'm just imagining a bunch of old white dudes like, saying the uncensored lyrics and dropping N-bombs and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that'll bring people together. Let's do this. I want to see the crusty old white guy just like lip syncing to 50 Cent.
I think the old minds would explode if we played that in the fourth quarter. I think Joe C's mind has exploded with someone even recommending it. I just had this idea.
He's on his way out the door, so Joe C's opinions on things
Yeah.
are losing a
True,
little bit.
but I feel like I have this image of him walking out the door, hearing this, and he turns around, running back and going, "Not in my family-friendly Christian stadium. Not happening."
And ain't nothing Christian about that place. I will say this. If I wasn't afraid of getting called out, I would be more than happy to do my own little edit music video of OU making plays on defense to many men. But I'm afraid to use that song because certain lyrics, and I'm afraid I would get in trouble. I would not have my Chris Rock N-word pass because it's not Christmas Eve outside of a Toys R Us at like 5 o'clock in the morning looking for the last Transformers doll. So a very specific set of circumstances that are not being met at this time. So I will refrain from using said a track in future videos if I do make any. But yeah, I'm secretly I am glad this game's a noon kick because I can watch our game and just be done for the day. I mean, I'll keep an eye on Oregon SC. I really don't give a shit who wins. Now, if Oregon loses, I guess we bump up a spot, but
yeah.
It's not like must-see TV for me personally because it's like it don't matter what happens in that game
this week. I mean, that's been the crazy part of it.
Week.
Yeah, it don't matter what happens in that game. It matters what happens at noon in Norman, Oklahoma. So it's like that's going to dictate my day. And like I said, like win or lose, I'm hanging out with people as soon as that game's over and all my recap stuff is done. I'm like, I'm going out.
Yeah, here I do have a question for you. With including the injury report, is there? I don't want to say is there anything you're particularly worried about with Missouri, but at the same time, we are coming off an emotional 2 weeks on the road at Tennessee and with Bama. Is there anything you are worried about going into this game outside of what you've mentioned before, like it gets in our head of the attaboys and the running back situation? Like, is there...
Oh, just take away everything that I'm worried about. So is there anything new that is keeping you up at night, Sean? I'm like...
Yeah, no, and that's a serious question. Is there things like that we're not looking at? Do you think we're going to take care of business against Missouri? Because I feel like we've had.
I think we
can't. More worried of this game than LSU.
Yeah, because it's right after Bama, and everyone's telling us how great we are, and Colin Cowherd can't get over how wrong he was about us being good in the SEC, motherfucker. I watched that shit.
He's basically.
I watched him talk to Pate, who's also wrong about us a lot of times. Just like going on, I was like, of all the teams that join new conferences, I can't believe Oklahoma is doing what they're doing. I'm like, bitch, fuck you, Mr. Next Nebraska bullshit.
Yeah,
eat my dick.
Well,
Next
it's just
Nebraska.
It's what you have. I quote you a lot, but it's what you
shouldn't do that. You should not quote me. It's a bad idea. You'll get in trouble.
No, I think concerning football stuff, I think you're pretty spot on for it. But I think you're right though when you can tell who has paid attention to a team and who hasn't, or is even looking at like through rose or crimson colored glasses and who are looking at it realistically. With the R. Mason Thomas thing you mentioned with Alabama.
We're doomed. Yeah. By the way, I want to say, I know we're in the future and it's already happened, but I'm still worried about that Alabama game, Josh. R. Mason Thomas is not available. He's our entire defense. We're not going to have a pass rush. So I want to say on the record after the fact that I'm still worried about that game.
You should be. Because they could retroactively just make a flag and change the outcome.
But that's what Alabama does, Josh. They retroactively claim championships they didn't win. So that is very possible.
Well, considering Alabama is in crash out still.
I will be right back.
From that game and said the refs were against us with it like, Rose, stop.
No.
It is what it is. Gavin, do you have anything right now, Missouri-wise, like that you're worried about? Is there something, again, the running back room, I get it. The injuries with it, I get it. Is there actually anything we haven't talked about that you want to highlight? Like, yes, I do think we need to circle this with this. This could be an issue going into this Saturday.
I think a lot of it is just more of like, if anything, like we just cannot be getting ourselves into the big heads, even though we did beat Bama. Because if you remember last year, we beat them 24-3 in our place, and I know we had a lot of issues going on and everything, but we played completely flat, and we basically hanged in with LSU and everything, and it was just basically like somewhat playing down, if anything. But I feel like, if anything, we just have to be able to find a way to play into a standard, and basically not being able to dictate against Missouri. Now, if anything,
Yeah.
it's just mostly just focus on the run game and everything, because honestly, there's no really really any much of a QB ish situation with all that they got going on. I mean, it's like, if you could just force them to force pressure, and being where they have to be one dimensional to be able to go through the pass, boy, Brent
Yeah.
Venables will be licking his chops on defense.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm more worried about LSU than I am Missouri, but I would be remiss if I was like, there's a little bit thing in the back of my mind going,
I
like,
ain't worried about LSU. I'm not worried about LSU. You want to know why? Because that's next week.
Yeah,
that's fair.
We got to just focus. We got to focus on the week ahead, Josh. We cannot get ahead of ourselves.
I don't give a fuck about LSU right now. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be sitting in the stands with
Me too,
with a lot of you motherfuckers, and I'm be like, all right, I'll worry about them then.
And we're both probably gonna be freezing our asses off because it's gonna be cold. I know there were plenty of people like, we'll worry about that. I'm not worried about that 14 days out, bros. They're already saying like, environment's prime. It's gonna be cold. Now, how cold is it gonna be? They don't know.
It's gonna be in the 50s or 40s. I'm scared.
No, no. I wish it was in the 50s and the 40s. Probably like the 30s and the 20s. That's how cold. But it depends on what this Arctic polar vortex is going to do. If it's going to go,
it's
close enough, or it's going to rain.
It's going to be like it might drop to 40, if that.
I think it's only going to be. Only going to be in the 40s or so, honestly. So
if it was the 40s, that'd be.
I'll wear an extra layer under my hoodie. I'm good. So
yeah, if it's the 40s, I'm not worried about that. I've seen more early reports that they're watching the polar vortex waver, and right now it's kind of on the border of like Colorado, Oklahoma. But they said the more east it goes, you should be preparing for cold weather. Now that is a week out, but they already know it's going to be cold. It may be very
well. You know what, Josh? I can stop by I can stop into the bookstore somewhere or whatever place is going to be open and get myself a brand new sweater with the No U logo on it and put it on underneath. So I'll be good to go.
That's true.
Gives me an excuse to buy some merch.
And just also note too, is like, usually with all those weather stuff and everything, usually they always give very indicative reports usually, but when you're like 2-3 weeks out, it's not, it gives you like somewhat of an idea, but not really basically a full deal. So it's like, we'll probably know a little closer to time, but we'll just be ready for whatever temperature it comes. Besides, frozen cat actually sounds pretty nice right now, actually.
Right. And what they know right now is it going to be cold? Yes. Is it going to be Bedlam 2013? Yeah, 2013 cold, or is it just going to be cold and rainy? Well, we won't know that till probably next Tuesday, Wednesday, but they already know that's the weather. So that aside, besides the weather, Sean, did you have any issues with where OU landed last night in the playoff? I mean, I think you, Gavin, and I all said that we were expecting them in the 8 range. We'd be more surprised if they hit 7.
They were never going to hit 7. They should be at 7, but they're not.
No.
They should be there because there's no, like, Oregon. The only reason Oregon is there, the committee says they look eye test better. And my response to that is based on who against who.
Let's see. Their only loss has been to Indiana so far.
Yeah. And they've beaten a bunch of school children.
Yeah. And right now, the only thing that really stands in basically with Indiana right now is basically where they have possibly the Big Ten championship game, which would be most likely the Ohio State if Ohio State takes care of business.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, Ohio State at this point should be, just because like Michigan, I think Justice Haynes, he's the one that's out now for the rest of the year. Ohio State should take care of business. If they don't, you still have a natty, but that's frustrating. But I'm not surprised as well that where we landed. I think I'm more surprised at people saying like if OU wins out, they're still in danger of not hosting a playoff game, and I don't believe that unless Bama wins the SEC, and yeah, that could bump us out.
Now,
I don't see a scenario that OU is bumped out.
Okay, so your thought about Indiana again with Ohio State?
Me or Gavin?
Yeah, or just you?
Yeah.
So you think Indiana can beat Ohio State?
Me? No, I'm talking Michigan.
Oh, okay, but more than likely,
Ohio State's going to roll Indiana. I think Indiana's fraud.
Oh, you do? Well, you know 100%. What I think. You know what I think about Indiana? That's what I think of Indiana.
I don't have a witty comeback to that. That's what you think of Indiana.
Yeah, I think of Indiana like this.
Wonderful. If I will be honest, if I watched more of The Simpsons, I would have a much more understanding for it. But it was a funny clip.
Well, honestly, we should have had Swiggy, but he's off, doing whatever. So
he's watching Wicked tonight. He's a movie buff, though. That's his hobby. Swiggy watches movies, and that is his side hustle.
Oh, Wicked, shitty fan fiction of the Wizard of Oz. Whatever.
Which is funny. Yeah, I mean,
am I wrong?
You're not, because a lot of people have said Act 1, aka Movie 1, is the better part of it. Part 2 is meh. It's weak. Which is funny because that's what's being reflected right now anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the musical was in the first place. The first half was always strong, and then the second part of the musical's weak.
Listen, we live in a world where certain generations really enjoy lesbian romances. That's what they want, and that's what it's about.
But that was back in 2009 at that point.
You heard me.
09 or 10.
You heard me. I said generations plural. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But like that's what it is. It's like I want to ship the good witch and the wicked witch. It's like, yeah, you have fun with that.
Hey, and
you have fanfiction.net for that. Back to football talk though. Are you worried if OU doesn't win out, we don't win a playoff or host a side at this
point? We're not going to the playoff if we lose a game. We ain't doing shit. And people need to accept that.
You're right.
People need to fucking accept that.
Yeah.
Don't you dare lose this week or next week. Don't you do it. Because if you do, you fucked. Because we ain't getting no special treatment.
No, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking OU wins out. There are people who are convinced that OU will not host a playoff site.
Yeah, and those people
hang on.
No, hang on. Those people are words I'm not allowed to say anymore, but
even George Stoya, because even he's like, we're not anywhere safe.
No, first of all, George Stoya didn't fucking say that. He don't fucking believe that. George Stoya doesn't believe that.
Okay.
George Stoya has continuously said you win out, you're in, and you're hosting a playoff game. OU's going to be fine if they win out. And anyone who openly says that they're not fine if they win out is a fucking moron.
Oh no!
I called people a fucking moron like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I said if OU wins out, just because they win out doesn't mean they're safe. Yeah, they are. Well, Texas will be there. Both OU and Texas will be in if they win out.
Yeah,
Texas. It's not going to be an either or thing. Yeah, morons. Because it's
only one. I do think there is credulence with if Alabama wins, yes, it will bump us down one. If Oregon wins, everybody takes care of business because they win the SEC. They'll get a bump up, and Texas A&M.
Allow me to quote Tommy Lee Jones from The Fugitive. I don't care.
It'll be a playoff game regardless. That's the irrelevant part. Which have
OU
you seen
wins,
the
if OU
if
wins
people
10,
haven't got it?
if OU wins
ahead.
10 football games, they are going to be participating in the college football playoff one way or another.
Correct. I think a lot of people want it to be a playoff game at home, which if y'all have not checked,
it will be. And it will be. The question is like, how high will they climb? Are they going to be
and
number...
whose opponent? Yeah.
I think if you can get that sweet spot at number 7 by chance, so, hey, maybe you want to root for... Let's just call it rooting for Oregon to lose. That way I won't throw up in my mouth saying it the other way.
If Oregon loses, they're done, in my opinion.
They're not done. They're not done, but it's not good. So if you get that sweet spot at number 7, I mean, it kind of depends like who you would match up in the top 4 potentially in a next round situation. It's like who would you want to play the most or least? I don't think Brent Venables cares, or I don't think the fan base really cares as much because you got to get there first. But
sure,
I mean, you're either going to play at Ohio State, at Indiana, at A&M. You're going to play someone that's going to like be a pain in the ass, one way or another. So
I think
if you have these high goals in your head that you really think are achievable, and I don't, I just think the quarterfinal games are, I think, Oklahoma's like ceiling. Unless you get matched up with like Texas Tech and their quarterback situation still jacked up. Like let's say Tech matches up with Tulane and they beat them defensively, but with no quarterback, and then we get them for whatever reason or something.
Yeah.
Like, because I think there's a shot Tech could sneak into the top 4 if things.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. It depends on their bracket.
I think they might, honestly. If they just go ahead and run the table in the Big 12, that's basically the only way. They would be.
You would need something like Indiana to get their doors blown off by Ohio State, so they would be knocked down to that 5th or 6th spot potentially. You would need A&M to lose the SEC championship potentially.
To Georgia, probably if
well,
possible.
Alabama's still in charge of that spot. So if Alabama wins out, it's gonna be.
Oh yeah,
correct. That's why I said I can see the scenario if everybody wins out, OU being bumped to 9 because Bama pops up because they have to be in the hosting a conference one with it. But
wait. If Bama wins the SEC, they're going to be
they would jump OU, and then that would move us down
no
to 9.
shit, but they're going to jump to the top 4 more than likely.
Correct, but if we're assuming that A&M jumps to the bottom, they're not dropping further than like 5 or 6. I would be shocked if they dropped further than like 7 or 8.
I mean,
so that's the one scenario I do agree, but I don't know if Bama's going to be winning it. I think, but I don't know.
And then, and here's the other part though too. Then you also have Ole Miss, hanging around in the mix as well too.
Ole Miss can't make it.
No. I'm not talking about like SEC title. I'm just saying from just in the ranking standpoint. That's what I was just getting at more than anything.
I don't think Ole Miss is going to be winning any other game.
I think Ole Miss should be removed from the playoff bracket if their coach leaves. Just like how Florida State lost their quarterback, even though they were.
I agree.
Hey, you don't have to, like, you're a different team without Lane Kiffin. Bet you the committee pulled that shit.
Yeah. Oh,
that'd be amazing.
I agree, which is funny because Ole Miss has outright said, like, we need you to know. Otherwise, like, we need to go get a temporary, get this stuff ready to go because, yeah, you're not coaching in the playoff. Which, I mean, if OU got matched up again with Ole Miss, I mean, I would hate a rematch, but it is what it is. You don't get to.
Are you kidding? Get revenge on a team that beat you. Go for it.
For me, it is what it is. Like, I would rather get a Notre Dame. I'd rather get a USC. Rather have a team.
I ain't picky about a playoff opponent.
We're in the playoff. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, win. You know what we need to do? If we go to 9-3. We don't get the playoff, we need to cancel all of our non-conference games against big opponents in the future. That's what we need.
You're absolutely right because Sean, if we played this year Baylor instead of Michigan,
What if we had lost that game to Michigan? You know, it would have hurt us.
I know, right? I know.
Like we would have been out already.
We would have been out already. It would have been terrible.
I know, right? I think we
should cancel that game to the Big House next year, even though it'd be really fun. Let's just get rid of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, Sean. Make it the easiest cupcake schedule ever. Mirror what Indiana's doing, and then that.
I mean, forget the fact that Nick Saban would play. Forget the fact that Nick Saban played against a team you heard of before every year in non-conference. But what do I know?
Exactly.
He wasn't a bitch. Now he did a lot of neutral site games, which I thought was like whatever. But compromise is compromise. But fun time.
But I do want to let you. I was going to bring that up anyway, but I will remind people and everything as well. Just again, since there's a lot more people in the chat now versus at the beginning, just a reminder. I do have a link, guys, for Extra Life. If you have $1, $2, $5, please try to donate. We're trying to make a final push for.
If you have a piece of meat on a bone like hidden behind a brick wall somewhere, please donate that too.
Hey, donate anything possible, man. It all goes towards the kids.
Well, you said Extra Life, and I'm just thinking of Right,
I know what you were referring to. It's like a one-up, But if y'all have extra funds, guys, I know, and it's no obligation for it. The link is in the chat, guys. This year's been just extra tough for families for very obvious reasons. I'm just not going to venture into. We've already had that discussion, but hey, we've already hit $55. We're just trying to make a big push for this year. But again, don't feel obligated otherwise, but if y'all can, even spread the word for it. So, but Sean, I was going to say you had an epic meltdown.
Whoa! Hang on.
But it was beautiful.
I didn't have a meltdown.
You called out people that needed to be called out on the air quote.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So
I mean, it was justified though because Texas is being a complete bitch about.
Whoa! No! You're missing. That is totally incorrect. What you just said out loud. Texas themselves is not doing this. I'm not talking. The University of Texas is not doing anything. I'm talking about some of its fans that represent people online, that represent a fan base online. That's what I'm talking. Like the University of Texas is going to play their games that they have scheduled. I am not insulting or calling out the University of Texas for not playing tough non-conference games because Texas, to their credit, has over the years scheduled tough non-conference games. Correct. And they continue to do so. I have no problems with the University of Texas and their non-conference scheduling because they continue to do that. And I respect them for that. I'm calling out their fans who are bitching and whining that they're not getting preferential treatment for, potentially because, the reason their season is in danger of sucking is because, we should never have played Ohio State. That's why. No, it's because your team is garbage and it never lived up to the hype that you had in the offseason. That's why you're not going to the playoff. It's not losing to Ohio State that hurts you. It's losing at Florida. It's barely beating Kentucky and Mississippi State. Like you sucked ass you needed overtime against those fucking teams. Yeah. You got your ass whooped. Your ass was handed to you. It was removed and handed to you by Kirby Smart in the fourth quarter. And now you're upset because all of the media telling you, if there's a 9-3 team, it's got to be Texas. Look at the teams thing. But they broke the golden rule of being a 9-3 team in the minds of these media people. If you're going to go 9-3, your losses have to be on the razor's edge of being close, win or lose, kind of like what Notre Dame was going through right now.
Correct.
But you're not that. You're not even Notre Dame in that regard. You got your ass whooped. And when you do that in the month of November, it leaves a pretty nasty stain on your record. I don't care what you do against Texas A&M. No one cares.
Because their season's done.
Yeah. So don't go beat Arkansas. And then go play A&M and do whatever it is you can do against them. And you'll make your arguments on the following Tuesday and the Sunday after that. And you'll sit at home and beg and plead that you should be part of the festivities starting December 19th. But it's not going to happen. So
I mean, they are in meltdown mode over that. Like, I'm still surprised people are trying to push that narrative for them that a 9-3. No, guys, it's done.
No, well, no,
You're
it's
done.
not even. It's not even just the 9-3. It's the pompous attitude that if we don't get a 9-3, we should not play these games anymore. It's like, you're a bitch. It's bitch behavior.
I mean, in my live stream, I don't mind calling them out. It's like Catch. Like, they're the ones. Catch,
no, it's not even. It's not even Catch. I'm just talking about.
Catch did too.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about people that do what I do. I'm talking about like.
Oh, I was talking about the main journalists and stuff.
No,
like,
I'm talking about like guys like Nash Talks Texas and that dude Kieran or whatever. It's like I see them all over Twitter, just like bitching and whining about this shit. Like, they are literally crying. It is literal grown adult men crying over this.
Oh yeah,
like how unfair it is that they played Ohio State and that they're 9-3 and that they're not going to get into the postseason. Well, we shouldn't play these games. This is what we could have just gone 10-2. It's like after these same people all offseason told us how great they were going to be, hyped up that team, hyped up their quarterback, hyped up their defense, hyped up their head coach.
You guys are buying into all of this and everything without having seen any stock, and it's now going down further into a drain.
Arch had like 3 plays last year, but he was going to be great. So,
I think so. I don't mean to cut the live stream potentially short, but I think I'm about to lose power because we are getting slammed by a massive hailstorm right now. If you can hear it,
I'm actually looking at the radar right now over at my basically at my station over here. It's pounding right now in Oklahoma City right now.
Oh yeah, we're getting 2-inch hail at the moment. So
sweet.
I'm gonna cut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut the live stream short. I know we're having great one, but I don't know how much.
So you're acting like Texas fan online. I see.
I
wish. See how
I wish.
Listen to you.
Yeah,
oh my
goodness. I wish. So guys, thanks for joining again tonight. Again, we'll have a recap.
Come on.
Boo.
Boo. Sorry, gonna do it. So.
Oh no, your power might go out while you're sitting there, as it's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, because then I'll lose internet access.
And we wouldn't be here, Sean.
Yeah, that's why
you're here now. So keep going till you act like it's gonna cut off any second.
Well, I mean, that's why I was getting up and looking at outside because I saw already like power flashing outside. So,
you coward.
I'm not a coward. Not a coward. No, I'm not. So right. I'd rather not have to worry about it. So again, guys,
you do that.
Just get in the water.
Just getting. No. Yeah, I could do that right now. So guys, thanks for joining in tonight. Boomer Sooner. Only one. We will have a post-game stuff Sunday about Missouri and look forward to LSU and kind of discuss week 13. So Sean, Gavin, thanks for joining tonight. I'll see y'all here on Sunday. Later.
Peace out.